So that was a good part of the tenure too, where we worked a lot with a lot of providers, helping them with their marketing, with our not only our tools and software, but then I launched like a PR marketing service that we did. Um, and it's interesting now is he runs, he's with David McGinnis. I don't know if you remember PR Web, which was an online PR
Yep.
marketing service that ended up getting bought by another company. They've launched another service called Newsworthy AI that's similar. So that's what Mark's doing now. But yeah, we worked together for a long time. But it was that startup though in Santa Cruz that got me into the space, and then I never looked back after that.
Yeah. So let's talk about what you're doing now. So you
Sure.
do the C&Es, right? Can you tell everybody about the
So the
C&Es?
candies, yeah. So candy is short. Is just short. It's how we've been known affectionately over the years. It's short for candidate experience, and for the longest time, I was not one of the original founders of it. That was Jerry Crispin, Ed Newman, and Elaine Orler who founded it. But I was one of the early volunteers because it was very volunteer driven at first. So basically, what it is doing survey research with companies, surveying their candidates to provide them with some data about what's working and what's not in their recruiting process through the lens of the candidates. We also capture employer data too, but it was really about the candidate experience. So early on, it was very volunteer driven, labor of love. A few years in, back in 2015, that's when Elaine Orler basically recruited me, said, "Would you like to help us run this? This thing's actually got some legs when you want to help run and try to scale it." So I did, and it was great. And then at the end of 2023, early 24, we merged with ERE Media, who's been a long time in our space of events and conferences and content. But every year we work with a couple hundred employers who basically benchmark their candidate experience, and it's anonymous and confidential for them and their candidates. And we we have reports that we release every year too about the data findings that we have, and I do tons of webinars and speaking throughout the year. But that's what's going on now, and the program runs on the calendar year, so it's open now, and the collection period runs through August. And then we determine, and every year those companies who have above average ratings in our research are the companies that win our coveted candy awards, solely based on the data, never been a judged process. And that is what we do. Then in September, we announce who the winners are. And
Yep.
then the beginning of the year, we start all over again. So that's what we do. And unfortunately, even though there's a lot of great companies that we work with, and blessings to them, candidate experience has been in a free fall. And
Okay, because that's what I
yeah,
was gonna say, that
it's been in a free fall. I mean,
it's
just
good to hear that some companies care about it,
well, they do, and
but
I mean, so here's the thing, though, Mike. One important point to bring up. If you think back at a lot of the McKinsey and Deloitte studies of old, when the CEO reports that they have done, when they say that our most important asset is our talent, it's always aspirational in that effect. And I think that a lot of organizations want to, they have that sentiment, but then the reality for candidates as well as employees today has never been lower, by the way. It's and even if you look at any the latest Gallup studies and any employee experience, that is, I don't know if these things ever hit rock bottom, but man, they've been falling for
well,
sure.
just
But